The third topic is due diligence, and it does take anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks in the ordinary course, although we have done them in whatever period of time the parties involved need, and depending on the depth of the inquiry that they want to engage in. I will tell you that based on practicing for quite a while now, this is a market that emphasizes due diligence like no other I've ever lived through. The investors are much more cautious in terms of where they're putting their capital. One watchword for due diligence: no surprises, please. The last thing the prospective investor wants, or that you may want as the CEO of a startup company, is to have someone trip across a huge surprise. It does change the terms of the deal. I've had many instances, particularly over the last 12 to 18 months, where everyone is in such a hurry, where capital is a little bit tight, where you get involved and you find out that the essence of their business they don't own, for example. Or more commonly, you find out when you start to look at the prior art or whatever else might exist there in that space that they don't have the barrier of entry that they thought they did in terms of owning their intellectual property. Also keep in mind, someone earlier had mentioned patents as part of the due diligence process, and certainly that can be an important constituent piece of it, but intellectual property, intellectual capital, is whatever it is that you use in your business. This could be the methodologies that you've developed, it could be the market approach, it could be your customer list. The prior speaker is involved in a technologically based company. I would venture to guess that her company has patents. I would venture to say they also have a host of trade secrets that eventually might grow up to be patents, but are no less valuable to prospective investors. So it's the entire universe of what you have that you're going to use to conduct your business that you hopefully will have taken affirmative steps to protect before you invite the Investors Council in to take a look, because you don't want any surprises. I've done deals in the internet startup world. The due diligence might consist of a pad of paper this big. All right, but there are also companies where due diligence consists of a room full of documents and there's a complex arrangements, and all of that needs to be examined. But what you want to do, so you don't lengthen this process unnecessarily, is to have done it before you ever invite those investors in the door.